Hello, welcome back to the Gunners Talk, episode 2 from Sarcasm City with me, Cam, and Charlie. We're just waiting on James, but hopefully you'll come in a bit later. But right now you've got us two. Got quite a bit to discuss about it. Obviously, the January transfers windows just opened. We have 2 games to discuss on, and we're also going to discuss potential rumors and ingoings and outgoings. Hopefully in this window. And yeah, let's just try and make a big, nice show of it. Let's try and make it funny and let's have a nice time, nice vibe out. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the Liverpool game after, right at the end, when it near the ends. But yeah, Liverpool are definitely making it hard on themselves.
Yeah.
Relentless
I
football
would
talk.
I
Definitely
would
making it hard.
much rather see Liverpool win this league than United, so I'm not very happy
To
about
be
this
honest with
result right
you, I mean, I was discussing this the other day. Like, it's a weird season. Like anyone really could win it right now.
now. It
Like
is.
that's how weird the season's going. Like if you look from the top to the bottom, yeah, before today's game. So say if Liverpool do end up winning, if you actually look from top, not to the top to bottom, but top to 11th where we are, there's only really only 10 points in it.
Yeah.
So and it only takes and the way the season's going, everyone's dropping points and
Mhm.
gaining points in unknown bits and bobs. So hopefully our little free run bounce can. I don't want to speak too tough on it. No, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, we're back, and start
No,
talking
no.
that nonsense. Like I said, I think I said it on last week's podcast. Unless we go on like a spontaneous sort of 8 to 10 match win game bounce, I'm not even gonna try and gas the whole situation.
Absolutely not.
But we'll get into thoughts on Saliba going on loan today. I mean, I'm glad. I hope he gets game time and comes back to us. I mean, I feel like he's going to be a good player for us. But we'll get into the transfer details a bit later on the show. Let's wrap up these 2 matches that are coming up. We've got obviously Newcastle in the FA Cup this weekend also. So, yeah, let's
Yeah.
start. So, what was
Let's
your
do
thoughts on
this.
Brighton? The Brighton game
Right.
first off. Obviously, it was last week.
Mate, against Brighton, I would have taken a 0.5 to nil win. I really didn't care. Like it'd been so long that we had beaten Brighton. It was unacceptable. It's a tough team to beat. They have Mopai, which is like clearly a rival of ours now.
That's the thing, though. But they strike for some reason. The strikers aren't really. I mean, I know 3-3 the other day, but the strikers aren't really. I don't know what it is. Like, I think if this was about this time last season, they would have beaten us, 100%. Well, not this. Yeah, they would have beaten us, 100%. Even from a few weeks back before we beat Chelsea. But for
That
some
was a
reason, right? I don't know what it is with Brighton, but
no, yeah. They're
we beat.
they're doing worse
I
than they
don't
have
care. We
been.
beat them. We got that
Yeah,
win. That was. I think that
exactly,
was
mate.
more important of a win
It
than
was
the Chelsea game because, oh well, if you know what I'm saying, because that Chelsea game, even though it was nice to win, it was more important to win that Brighton game after.
yeah,
Do you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Because we could have just gone after the Chelsea game, like it could have gone. We could have
Yeah,
just gone,
yeah,
3-1 Chelsea, and then pew. But
yeah.
reality
No,
is we're on
precisely.
3
It was
points
just
behind now. So any Chelsea fans that were goading us before, yeah, just remember, I'm not gonna goad you. I should do, but I'm not. I'm gonna hold my smoke for you lot, yeah, because there will be smoke on this show. Not maybe not today's show in particular, but in future shows there will be smoke that you will have to hold. So for now, you're only 3 points clear of us. So
yeah.
at the end of the day, you're the ones messing up, not us. Who hopefully we're getting on this mouse. But yeah,
Yeah,
like I
right
said,
now it's just not a wise move for us to be bantering other clubs,
no,
but
I'm not
yeah,
even trying to banter in it. I'm just,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just giving that pre-warning in it. That
yeah,
pre-warning.
exactly. No, you're right. You're absolutely right in doing so. It's man, Brighton was a game of two very different halves. We played well in the second one. I know it's a little embarrassing to see that we had to like get extremely defensive towards the end,
Yeah,
not to allow Brighton to get that draw. But we've struggled so much against them and this season overall that I'd probably do that if I was the manager as well. We looked a little tired. Just makes sense. Hold on to the result. Brighton's not a team of kids, they're big guys, they're experienced, they like playing Arsenal. So I was really happy with that result. But the first half was truly miserable. It did show that Bissouma can do bits. Without Partey, we don't have any player of that caliber in our midfield, which is also extremely embarrassing to say because we should have all three of our midfielders be much better than whatever Brighton has. But it's just not the reality we're in right now.
I mean, like I said, I mean, just to get the win in general, I don't care if it was pretty or not. Like because we got that win. That was like I said, I mean, as nice as the 4-0 was, that Brighton win I'm more happy about only because we needed that win to get to this West Brom. Because I believe if we would have drawn or lost that game against Brighton, I don't think, to be honest, we would have come out like how we did at West Brom. So there's this kick, there's this bounce that's starting to look like it's coming back. That's what I'm like. That's what I like to see about Arsenal. Like I don't want to get too happy about it, but can't really get too happy about it today. Do you know what I mean?
I'd be very disappointed if our performance against Brighton was what we did against West Brom. Like if we beat West Brom in that scrappy way 1-0
game. I mean, before anyone gets onto us, yes, I know where West Brom are in the table. I understand where they are, but
and they're going to stay there.
In retrospect, respectively, there's been a lot of manager bounces in a lot of careers. Look at Sam Allardyce's manager bounce. Yeah, like he's normally got a good reputation for a manager bounce. I don't know, but it's just West Brom's players. They're not up to standards. They're not, for some reason. I mean, they've got good players in their team as well, man. For me, I mean, their striker as well. I mean, I thought they were going to give us a problem. I'm not going to lie. I thought they were going to give us a major problem. I thought if we were going to come out for a win, it was going to be tough. But Kieran Tierney, like I've been saying, our future captain, you see how he said, you know what? Done this. I'm doing it myself. A man scored see the little, in FIFA, we call that finesse. That was finesse. That's the R1 finesse button. So
I felt so bad for the guy marking him, man. The dude probably has a family to go back to. That was embarrassing. Tierney's amazing. I was actually going to ask you, how long do you think it'll take for him to be our captain? Because he is going to be our captain at some point, unless we're dumb enough to sell him before we give him the armband. How long do you think it's going to be?
I'll give him a season or two, man.
Yeah, I'd be disappointed if he's not the vice captain next season already.
I mean, for me, he's already. I mean, he should already be vice captain. Bissouma, he ran the game relentless football talks. Bissouma, do you know what? I was impressed with him that game. I mean, I said I can't really. Do you know what it is? I was just happy that we won. That's all I've got to really say.
Sorry.
That's what I've got to say. Like, Katie, relentless here. Katie, clear of Chilwell. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to overgas it right now. Yeah, but I'm saying we're seeing that. Look, as Arsenal fans, let's not get too high. Let's let Chelsea have this right now. Innit? We need to let Chelsea have this. They have nothing right now. They're on the way they are on, the path they're on is like the path we went on. So let him at least have this. You know what I'm saying? So, but I believe Tierney will be better overall in the next 2-3 seasons after he's properly in the Premier League and he's in his, I believe he'll be one of the best, if not the best left back in the Premier League. And don't people back my head off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how fans are, no, my left back's going to be this. No, my left back's this. And no, my left back that. All right, sorry, mate. I didn't mean to, offend in that. So, yeah, man.
I think, Arsenal has so many bad players that I just feel
Yeah, I was just saying. I was gonna let you finish, and then I was gonna read out the comment.
Yeah, that's TD Shifts, by the way. That's my guy. He's like everything I'm going to talk about transfer wise. It's his information. I have no
Okay,
merits in
well,
that.
TV
Like my
Chips,
merit
if you
is
haven't
being
already
friends with
read the
people.
comment, I disagree.
Yeah.
I thought Chelsea and West Brom were Arteta masterclass, and Brighton was the game where we had to grind out our performance. Yeah, I mean, I, I think with the Chelsea game for me, I mean, we spoke about that last week. For me, Chelsea just weren't good, to be honest. They, like I said, they were on this down path. They're on this down path, and we just got them at the perfect time.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. We got them at the perfect time. Like the West Brom game, I I can agree that was a Arteta masterclass. Like he ran that game, like he knew what he was doing. Like I agree with that 100%. And yeah, I agree with the performance as well. Like with Brighton, like that was the most important game. Like I was saying, that was our most important game.
You know
Like
what? If Arsenal wasn't underperforming before the Chelsea game, I feel like a lot of people would have said that's a masterclass, an Arteta masterclass. But just because Arsenal were playing shit before, I feel like people think there's a lot of luck involved in Chelsea underperforming. It was a good performance from us, mate. It was a good performance. It wasn't amazing. We had a much better game against West Brom for sure. We could have beaten Chelsea by more if we played like we played against West Brom. But yeah, it's
Tino will be captain if and when Aubameyang leaves or retires. I have to be honest with
I
you, I
agree
think
with you, mate.
before
Yeah.
that. I think he'll be captain before he even retires or leaves, whatever. Like our best bet is just to get him out next summer. That's my bet.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. We need
He's been
like
solid, man.
I know he's
And
been
I
solid, but this season, like he's proven my point this season. He's literally been proving my point. What I'm saying about him. He's
oh,
so
you're talking about Aubameyang now.
yeah. I'm talking about Aubameyang. Like he's just proving my point. Like how overrated the guy is. Like, don't get me wrong. I know he saved us on numerous occasions. I know he's got loads of goals for us. I do give him his props for that. 100%, I'll give him his props for that. Yeah, but we now see when there's no creativity in Arsenal, there's nothing. He can't do nothing. There's no
Sure.
point in playing. So that's why I even think he started Lacazette over. No, who did he start Lacazette over? Was it against Brighton? Yeah, it was against Brighton, wasn't it? Yeah, because
No,
Aubameyang played.
no. Against Brighton, it
Yeah,
was
no,
Aubameyang, and Lacazette came in and scored like within a minute.
yeah.
Against Chelsea,
It
against
was
Chelsea,
Chelsea. Yeah,
Aubameyang would
I
have
knew it was one of
yeah.
them games. I knew it was one of them games.
Yeah.
Chelsea were crap. Lampard in the mud, 100%. They're in the mud right now. Like they're fully in the mud. Like Chelsea, yo,
Sure.
what's going on, bro? You were bantering us a few weeks ago, blood. They're gonna hold that smoke when it's come for you, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, where was you? Like, these, you know what it is, shit. You know what? Like with Chelsea fans, yeah, they're funny. They're funny. They're funny fans. They're so funny, bro. Like the way they were bantering us. I bet you any money, yeah, before our game, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before, they were like, yeah, we're gonna beat Arsenal, we're gonna smash them like 8-0, blah blah blah. And then, you know, I saw a lot of Chelsea fans go quiet after that game. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, wow, does it hurt that much?
Yeah, they're not nearly as loud as they used to be. Just finishing, like I wanna finish up my train of thought for the left back thing. It's Arsenal has a lot of garbage players, like players that everyone knows are not good enough to be at Arsenal.
Yeah,
But so for that reason, I feel like I have an even bigger responsibility to defend the few good players we have. Trying to say Chilwell or Shaw are better than Kieran Tierney is just criminal. Like it should actually put you in jail. You shouldn't say that kind of thing. You just
yeah.
shouldn't. I'm
Look, at the end of the
sorry.
day, yeah, I used to watch him quite a bit in when he played for Celtic, and I mean, my man was captain at the age of like 19, 20. Like the way he used to hold down that Celtic team as well. Like he,
And Celtic's a massive club.
I know. I mean, I know he was Scott Brown was mainly the captain, but there was times I saw him wearing that captain armband. So he's doing it is he's got a mature head. Mr. Tesco bag himself. Yeah, I love him, bro. I love Tierney, man. And like with the West Brom
He's
game,
my
we'll move on
favorite
to
Arsenal.
the game now quickly, innit? We'll move on to the West Brom. I mean, that game, that was a good game. Tierney, Saka, even Laka for me, even though I still think he's a fraud. Well, they all had good. To be honest, most of the squad had good games, but I still saw faults in Xhaka again. Bellerin again. All right, Bellerin wasn't too bad, but he was lucky.
Yeah.
But I still saw faults in Xhaka's game again. Like I was thinking, why does this guy keep playing? Like, does Xhaka have something on Arteta that he doesn't want to let know? Like as he caught Arteta doing something that he shouldn't have, and he's like, right, if you don't play me in every single game, yeah, I'm gonna expose you. Does he have
Right now?
Bruv? Like, I don't understand why this guy keeps on playing this dead player. Like, please, Xhaka, just go.
We have a very serious lack of alternatives right now. And you were talking about Bellerin, who has been okay for 3 games now, but did you take a look at Maitland-Niles when he came in? He was horrible, mate, against West Brom. He has been playing really crappy football whenever he plays on the right this season.
Yeah, now Lauren Wood here says we've got 15 players that need to piss up that. We agree, bro. 15.
Absolutely.
15
might be a little bit too much.
The grass people, like you know, the grass, you know, the people who cut the grass. We got the hierarchy, bro. We got everyone to get rid of, man. Like our club is like, to be honest with you, even if Arteta does save the season in a good way, where we can finish at least top 10, like I'm not even looking to be like, oh, at least we can get you up. The way the season's gone for us so far, as an Arsenal fan, I want to keep it real. I just want this season to be done. I'm already over this season. Like, I just want it to be done. Like, I just want us to be at least top 10 and it to be done. Like, I can't be bothered with this season no more.
down in the chat, you're gonna find TD. That's a man who still thinks Arsenal's gonna finish top 4. I don't. I think we stand a good chance of getting top 6. But my prediction is that we're gonna improve on last season, so that's 7th or above. But
do you know what? Do you know what I've realized as well? A lot of United fans as well. They gave us a lot of stick as well. Not as much as the Chelsea fans, but they did give us a lot of stick.
They gave us plenty.
This time last year, they were in a very similar rut to us, but they just
exactly the same.
Like they just wasn't as low as us, but they was near enough to say. And look where they ended. Now I'm not saying we're gonna finish top 4. I know they finished 3rd, but I'm not saying we're gonna finish top 4. Yeah, but I think that's why United fans are going quite there. Like, all right, cool. Arsenal might come back now because look, they've got 3 on the bounce. If they go to Palace,
by the way,
Palace is going to be
only team in the Prem with 3 wins in a row.
3 wins in a row over the Christmas period, and you bantered us.
Yeah, mate, it's just that's the thing. Like, I don't think we're getting top 4, but it's not like, if you think we're getting top 4, if you that's watching us think that and don't want to say it because you're embarrassed, you shouldn't be. We're not far off. It makes some sense. The momentum is now with us. This season's been absolutely bananas. Like, no prediction is too crazy. The only thing that's crazy is saying Sheffield's not getting relegated because it's not looking good for them. But what's she saying?
The hierarchy, bruh. They're all coffin dodgers. Like, seriously, they don't know how to run football club in a modern era. How long has this board been here for FFS? These guys have been here since 2005, 4-5. They started with the talks. I believe it might have been earlier than that, but they've been basically our main guys since like 2006. Like, listen, they're Americans. No disrespect to Americans. They're Americans and they don't know anything about football in general. They literally don't know anything about football. They took over the club for like an investment.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think
DT shifts here. I did predict 3 wins, got West Brom and Brighton result exactly correct. I'll say no more. All right, why didn't you? So next time, do you know what? I'm going to come to your guy when I want to have a little bet, only for fun. Yeah. I'm going to come to him. I'm going to say, listen, what's your predictions? I want an exact prediction.
TD, if you're not one of those guys who gets Yeah, that's
Comparing Shaw and Shaw to Tierney is like a car that keeps breaking down to a Lord,
it's I mean, some Arsenal fans are kind of weird in which like they get mad when an Arsenal fan is optimistic. But if you're not like that, speaking to TD is great, man, because he's first of all he has a lot of information. He's an optimistic guy as well, so it does it warms you up a little bit, because being an Arsenal fan is not always the best thing ever. It hasn't been, at least for a while now. So it's always a good idea to reach out to him because he's gonna have some good news to give you.
we've got one here. Arteta doesn't like French players. Arteta out. Arteta's certified talent killer. I
You're
mean,
calling him a bigot.
you
What?
can't really listen. All right, fair enough. I get where you're coming from, but you can't judge him on one season right now. Like, yes, I get it. There's been a couple of players. I'm not gonna put their names out, but yeah, there has been a few players, but you can't really judge him off one season. What happens if he goes out and signs the next big French star and we didn't know about him?
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
don't. We don't know yet. We won't know. We won't know because this is going to be his second transfer window, real
yeah,
transfer window. But I don't really count that one from January last year because he had literally just come in. So
no, but Cam, like actually, like people know who we're talking about. And I don't have an issue with that. It's just that because of two young players, now a lot of people seem to think Arteta's man management is horrible, youth management is horrible, and now this dude's saying that he doesn't like French players. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Guendouzi, he's had attitude problems wherever he went to.
yeah,
Not yet at Hertha, and he's been playing phenomenally. Don't get me wrong. Like the way he's playing, I take him back right
that's
now.
what he made it out of. Like, I agree with you. That's what he said at the start when he came in. I want the attitude. I want their attitude to be on the same book. Basically, I don't want
Exactly.
this. Oh, I'm better than you and this and that. And then for me, Guendouzi messed it up when we lost to Brighton last season. That's where
Yeah.
he messed it up.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
he could have just been humble about the loss, but he wasn't humble about it. Do you know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
like, I make more money than you, blah, blah, blah. And I think it came out that he didn't even make more money than him. I think it was like level or he made just a little bit less than him. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, that's where
It
he
was
got it. Like,
stupid, and he's
he
a
was
little
saying
like
about Ozil because of football, but we're not going to get into Ozil because that's I mean, if you're a football fan, everyone knows the Ozil situation. We all know that's not about football. But we're not going to get into that because that's political.
I don't like this subject either. I get a little heated,
I
but
don't like
yeah, no,
it.
just finishing up.
Inexperience, not being a director at club level. What's with all this Spanish Brazilian revolution thing at Arsenal? I mean, Martinelli was a good one. I can't lie. Martinelli was a good one. He looks like we got a special one there, but I don't want to put too much pressure on him because see, this is the problem with this modern day era. Because of Ronaldo and Messi, the way they just started running the whole like thing. Do you know what I'm saying? The way they started doing it,
So what?
it was like how can I explain? Like,
Yo, I wanna defend Arteta and our board a little bit here. I really want to. It's I was getting to Saliba, which I haven't gotten to yet. The Saliba thing, is it so hard to believe that a 19-year-old simply is not showing enough to start in the training, remembering, like keeping in mind that he lost both his parents recently? That's a 19-year-old kid. And I know being that the case, it's kind of tough on him to not be starting the kid. But then again, it's Arsenal Football Club. We got to start whoever's doing the best. Saliba's he's gonna turn out to be a good player. Be sure of that. He's really promising, but he's not ready yet. It's good that he's going back on loan. And this, like most players that who brought are working out. And to be fair, William wasn't a bad. It wasn't a bad shout. Like it's not
listen,
working out.
let's not get onto that op there, bro. Williams an op. I don't care. Williams an op. Look, look, he had his career. I respect his career. I respect his career he had at Chelsea. He had a decent career at Chelsea. I understand that. But since he's come here, I'm not being funny. He's had one good game.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you.
That was
Totally
the
with
first
you.
game of the season.
But
since
he
then.
wasn't stupid. He wasn't stupid to get Willian.
Oh no,
on a
no, no!
free.
Look. I think I'll be more upset if we had actually paid for him.
Yeah, there you go.
But we didn't pay for
Sure.
him. We got him on a free. Like I said, I sort of get why Arteta went to get him. Maybe he thought he gassed Willian to come, but in general, it was Willian that actually gassed him. You know, like he's like, yeah, I've got him now. Let me play my first good game, one good game, and then I can sit back, relax for the rest of the 3 years and just sit this contract out. You know, like that. Because Willian knows, like, he's not going to get a bigger contract than anyone else. I mean, the reason why he even gave him a 3-year contract, I don't know. He should have just given him a year with an option for another year. That's what he should have done.
I think Arsenal is like, we're holding on to the hope that he's actually gonna go for a price if we sell him.
Guendouzi has a big issue, 100, and you just know he ain't staying.
Yeah,
Arsenal. Yeah, I agree with that
for sure.
Guendouzi, who has to go? Yeah, fuck off Ceballos back to Madrid, end of the season, and put Guendouzi back on, please. I mean, Ceballos is another one for me. Like, I don't see the point. Like, he's not really done too much. I mean, I bet he's had more better games than William, but
I don't see Ceballos staying.
I don't see what other Arsenal fans see in him. I don't understand what it is.
No, but it's not even that. If he performs to the level required for us to want to keep him, then he becomes too pricey.
Yeah, we need Buendia and Bissouma in January. Bissouma is a proper gunman. I mean, yeah, I think
I agree with that.
I mean, Buendia. I mean, I like Buendia, but I think we can go for someone a bit bigger than that, man. We need someone a bit bigger than that for me, man. Like I know Smith Rowe and that is on a good bounce, but
we're gonna be showing the stats at some point, and Buendia is my favorite option out of all the names we've been mentioning for Cam.
Williams a bacteria. We need a disinfectant to get rid of the fraud. Yeah, we need our own Dettol.
Yo, I think TD replied with a statement that Arsenal released.
Yeah, no, I'm just about to get to that. Don't worry, about to get to that. Don't worry. Saliba not good enough, but Runnison is. I don't get it. Yeah, trust. I mean, who found Runnison? Like, seriously, who actually found Runnison?
Yeah, no, that was a horrible idea. But people, the other one is Matt Macy. If we're not playing Leno,
okay? I'd rather him. Like, he's been at our club for how long, as well? Like, he's been there a few years. I'd rather give him a shout. I'd rather give him a shout because Runnison, he is just something else, man.
Sure.
TD shifts here. Arsenal released a statement saying William has had a tough year with personal issues and an injury that has not been able to play at his best hopes. His time and Nice will help him with his development. You can give all the excuses you want. To be honest with you,
they're talking about Saliba. This is not William. This is William Saliba. That's why I was confused.
Yeah. No, I understand the one. Do you know what? The reason why I don't get onto him is because obviously of his parents in it. But I mean, Arsenal, for me, I think Arsenal need to look at him and say, look, we want you here. But your mind, obviously, we understand the whole stuff that's going on right now with your family and that. So we need to know, do you want to be with us and stay in England? Or do you want to go back to France where your family is? This is where I feel sorry for Saliba. Like, it's a tough choice, man. It is a tough choice for him.
It's
unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's not fair to compare the situation with the Saliba situation in Gunnarsson because there's only Leno as a goalkeeper. Matt Macy is horrible as well. Okay, I'll get to that.
If Arsenal had ambition, they would go for Maddison and Grealish. I totally agree. I was saying Maddison the other day. I mean, I think Villa right now, they're going to put that price up for Grealish. They know they can get bags for it.
That would mean spending all our money in one player.
Whoever spends that money for Grealish, they know they've been robbed. For money-wise, they know they've been robbed in the sense. Obviously, it'll pull off at the end of the day if Grealish still goes the way he's going. But I've always liked Maddison. I've always liked Maddison. I think Maddison would be good at Arsenal. I think he would be a really good player at Arsenal. I think Maddison will bring something to Arsenal that we haven't seen in a while. Like since basic Maddison for me.
Nah, he wouldn't be a bigger signing than Partey.
I mean, I'm not saying he's better than Grealish or anything, but I think Maddison will do a good job for us. Like, I think he will do better for us than Brent Dia only because he's more. What's the word? Oh, I keep using my words tonight, man. I'm not with it tonight. He's more experienced in the Premier League.
Sure. But, so right now, Arsenal...
If you bring him to Arsenal with the players that we have on paper, I know there he's got... To be fair, Leicester's squad is quite nice with Vardy. I'm trying to think, but...
It's a simple matter of, like, right now, to salvage our season, Arsenal needs numbers. We don't just need one great player. We need another goalkeeper. We need a cam. We probably need a CM. So spending all of our money in Maddison or in Grealish, it wouldn't be wise. It just wouldn't.
Yeah,
because that means we're only bringing one player.
All right, let's quickly move on to the new. But we've been talking about all of this and all of that, but we forgot about our upcoming game, Newcastle FA Cup. What's your predictions on Newcastle FA Cup?
I think we're gonna win. I don't think it's gonna be easy. Newcastle has a good team, and they improved from last season. At least it seems so. But I'm going for a 2-1 win.
2-1 win. I mean, I think Newcastle are in this little rut themselves right now, aren't they? Like, they didn't really play well against Leicester. It was only really the last 10 minutes. They looked like they might have snatched something, but apart from that, they didn't really do anything in the match. Like, Leicester could have got a lot more goals if they played a lot better than what they did, and Leicester played all right for me. So, like, my prediction. I mean, I feel we can beat them, but I don't want to oversell it. Like, I don't want to get like, oh yeah, this and that. I think 2-0. I think we're gonna win 2-0 that game, but we'll have to wait and see. Innit? Because FA Cup,
for sure.
You know what I mean? That's why the FA Cup is so exciting, because anything can happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, one of these lower leagues, the team could knock out a major.
I mean, Arteta has won every single FA Cup he was involved in as a manager.
Yeah,
so he has.
He's 1-1.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be too upset if we got knocked out. I mean, I wouldn't want to get knocked out straight away, but I wouldn't be too upset if we got knocked out. Like I said, I just want to get the season done. Literally, I want to get the season done.
Why are you counting it out though? Like already, because it's so soon, and the points show that
I'm not counting it out. I'm not counting it out.
Yeah.
Right now, I just rather focus on the league and only the league, just to get as high as we can possibly get after this season. Because if you think about it, we're about to go into a mad little run of games again.
Yeah.
We've got the FA Cup, Premier League, Europa League, and then if we get round in the FA Cup again, we got them again, and then it's just the Premier. It's gonna get so packed and scheduled. I got a feeling. Like, I don't think our little ruts are going to be. I still think 1 or 2 is going to come. 1 or 2 more little dips for Arsenal will come. I hope not. I really do hope.
We're not going to go in a spell like we did.
But that's not just for Arsenal. That's not just for Arsenal. I mean, like I said, the way the season has been, it's just been mad. Like, everyone's going to drop points this season. Everyone, like Villa could win the Premier League by the end of it. It's been so weird this season. It's crazy. Like, the way the season's going, anyone could win it. Like, listen, I don't even know the full teams in the FA Cup, but Morecambe could win it. That's how weird the season's been. Like, it's been so weird. Anyone could win anything. Like, I truly believe Brentford are going to beat Tottenham. I truly believe that. I don't know why.
If it was a final, they would.
I see Tottenham, because it's just this season. Like, I won't be surprised if Tottenham do win. They should win. They should win that game. But the way this season's going, I wouldn't be shocked if they lost. And then Tottenham will have to hold that smoke.
And I think Tottenham's gonna win because it's not a final. If it was a final, they
Like I
lose.
said, no, realistically, I think Tottenham will win. But
Yeah.
I've
By
got
the
a
way,
funny feeling. I've got a
yeah,
funny feeling. But yeah, do you want to get here? Obviously, there's transfer rumors. Obviously, transfer window is just open. So
we
do you want
can
to
we
obviously
can.
update us on your rumors and
Yeah, sure. I mean, it seems that
do you
people
want
on
to
the
start out?
wanna,
Start out with ins or outs first.
I think we gotta start with outs, right?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
start.
By the way, like, yeah, it seems to be what the people wanna talk about because every single
Yeah, no,
comment's
no, that's
about
what I'm
that.
saying. I'm trying to like I'm looking at the chat and obviously I don't want to put up any chats yet because it's gonna be like
Yeah.
chat and we're gonna get backtracked and all that. Like we have been like that's my fault the way I'm still learning. I'm still learning,
Yeah,
guys.
but I did. I'm extremely happy that TD's on the chat because if I say something wrong, he can fix it. He's right there. Everything I'm saying, it's his sources, it's
Oh, here
his
we go.
merit.
This is something he said earlier.
Yeah.
TD should say, Cam, if you want to win in bet, I'll put 3-0. Yeah. So 3-0. Okay. I trust you. I trust you. I want to do 3-0. I trust you. But yeah, let's
Okay.
get. You want to go
So
without? Go on. You lead the way. You lead the way. I'll be
yeah,
talking about.
let's do this. Kolasinac is gone.
Yeah, he's already gone.
Apparently, if you're an atheist, you're wrong. There is a God because Kolasinac just left. And it seems that it seems quite obvious that Socrates is going to leave too. I think that's the other one that's looking very solid. He hasn't featured whatsoever. I think Fenerbahce and one or two teams in Italy want him. Mustafi, there's also a very good chance of him leaving. I can see like what exactly are the rumors for. Apparently, Barcelona want Mustafi. They want Mustafi and Bellerin. Barcelona want to help us out, right? That is a rumor. That is a legitimate rumor. You can read it. You can find it online. Yes, that's a true link. If they buy Mustafi and Bellerin, I'm gonna love Barcelona forever. They're gonna become one of my favorite teams in the world because that's doing us the most solid favor I've ever witnessed in my entire life.
Oh my god, they're doing us a solid. Like
Yeah,
take it.
it's
Just take it. We're not even
yeah.
gonna complain. You want him for 5 million? Take it. Just take it.
No, I
You
honestly
know,
like
like giving a bit of money, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. But the Bellerin links are actually the rumor is that it's a 22 million offer. I take that so fast, so fast. What
yeah,
else? What other outing rumors do we have? I
you
think
think
there's
about Xhaka,
always
please tell me the sign about Xhaka.
hmm?
Please tell me the
Unfortunately,
sign about Xhaka.
no. Xhaka is one of the
Oh
few names
no,
that yeah. There's a
no,
in
we
our
got to the end. No.
in our defense, our CBs, the only ones that we know are not going to be leaving for sure are Magalhães, Pablo Mari. I
Oh,
mean,
Pablo.
there's
You know
actually
what? I've
some
got to give him his
rumors.
props as well, man. I've got to give him his props, man. These
Mari,
last three
he's
games,
decent.
he has shown that why the hell did we not start this guy? Fair enough. Like I said, I know the last three games that only really the Chelsea game, should have been a tough one, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
Uh, but I've been impressed with him. Like I don't care. Like he's been impressive. He has helped us. If you don't understand if that he's helped us, like he's actually held us down. And we were looking at Gabriel, yeah, and Gabriel was holding us down, but it started to not work anymore because everyone was sussing him out. So it was nice to get this new injection. Like I like the way Arteta's going as well with this, the way he's doing this new squad. Like he's injecting that youth now. I think he's starting to not give up, but he's starting to be like, do you know what? You man ain't doing it for me normal. Like what's going on? And like I've been saying, I was shouting out for the longest about the camp.
yeah,
He's now put Smith Rowe as a cam, and all the games he's played, he has done bits for us. Like he's opened in midfield area. He's opened areas in midfield that we didn't have before. Hence why I
yeah,
was shouting at Cam. Even if he doesn't get the ball, he's been opening them spaces for other players. Like this is why I was screaming out. I don't want a centre midfield or a CDM. I want a Cam. like a cam. And for me, I don't even think Smith Rowe's a cam. I think he's more of a right midfielder or a left midfielder. But him playing as a cam right now is being good. But I can't rely on him or depend on him because he's still young.
No, we're definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And we can't depend on him. Like not in a disrespectful way, but we can't depend on him because he's so young. If he starts feeling that pressure, he'll. And we don't want that. We just want him to develop into a player that is just like, yo, look at this guy.
Yeah. It's again without like, oh, I don't know. My voice is popping out. Yeah, that's better now. Okay, it's you have different situations. Yes, these players need to leave.
I mean, Socrates, Holden, Runnison, Bellerin, Xhaka, Chambers, Ceballos, Willian, Luis, Mustafi.
I don't have a problem
with all of them. I mean, I'm a little fan on Holden though. I am a little fan, but
and he's been solid.
Lose patience with him, but I think he's right, man. I mean,
he's been good, and like if you think about it,
everyone's giving him mad stick, and I'm like, he's not really done that much.
He's okay. He's okay. The thing with Holden. He is the most unprotected player.
That's what I noticed about Murray as well. He plays like a proper, like old school defender. Like he's got that mature mentality as an old school defender, and it's just perfect right now.
I was gonna touch that. It's like Gabriel Magalhães is more talented.
And Fulham. Oh, I mean, he can go.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. I'll get to that. The comments are going really fast. But Mari's more experienced.
Because I didn't want anyone to be like, oh,
you're right.
I'm sorry, but like I said, I'm used to this, so I'll get better. Don't worry. When the weeks go by, it's perfect.
Mari just won the Brazilian League, and you can think whatever you want about the Brazilian League. Our attackers are faster than the Prem attackers in general. They're extremely skillful, so you got to be a good defender to stop them. And he was by far the best defender there, so I knew he was going to be good. He's clearly a very good defender. He's probably more secure than Gabriel Magalhães. Like, he's going to do less special things than Gabriel is.
I mean, for me, like I said, like I would like to see perfect timing and Newcastle. Perfect time. This popped up. Perfect timing. We need Gabriel back paired with Mari and Tierney left back. And by a perfect timing. I was literally about to say that. I want to see that Gabriel Mari pairing.
Yeah,
I think that would be.
They're both left-footed, right? But they gotta adapt.
Yeah, obviously it will take a couple of games for them to adapt to each other, I reckon. But I think when they do adapt and they have just like they know each other's game perfectly after a few games, I think our defense would be quite solid, to be honest. Yeah. Ryan Bellerin has exposed every Holden's hairline says it all.
That's the thing. Like, for the past 3 games, Bellerin played okay and Holding looked good. It's because he's so exposed with Bellerin there because Bellerin's bad. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, people are getting onto Holding, but you're forgetting he has to cover this dumb guy, bro, who just runs up the pitch, bro. Like, he just runs to the corner flag, and then by the time we're exposed, now he's got 2 plays. He's got one. Probably 9 times out of 10, he's probably got one fast hell of a runner on the wing that he has to cover. But on top of that, he's gonna have to cover the striker or the midfielder that's coming in behind him. Like, that's what I'm saying. You need to give, like, if we had a better right back, I truly believe Holding will come into a better game.
Holding,
if we get a better right back and he doesn't, I'll be the first to say, all right, cool, fair enough. I truly believe Holding just needs a better right back. Like, because he can't keep, like I said, Bellerin on a numerous occasions, and there's a lot of times we hold Holding accountable. But we're forgetting, if Bellerin was in his position, Holding wouldn't even got in that position in the first place. He wouldn't have had to be in that position in the first place. But because Bellerin is halfway at the bloody pitch already, thinking he's bloody a striker.
Yeah.
Sorry, but go on. You see. Sorry,
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Holding is that kind of player. You know, like Joe Gomez at Liverpool. No one would think Joe Gomez is good if he wasn't playing with really good players.
Yeah.
Holding's that, like, he's a simple defender. He's not going to do much. He's not special, but he's solid. If you play him with good players, but on both sides, he's going to do all right.
Experience at Southampton. Like,
Yeah.
he was doing all right at Southampton as well, man. Like,
Yeah.
why don't you start playing him? He might, but I
Exactly.
know he's not as quick as Bellerin, but he might bring something different defensively where you'd be like, do you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is working. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he's got that. Like, I mean, I know Bellerin's experienced now. We can't even say he's not experienced. He's been there what 8, 6, whatever, how many years? Yeah, but I think he needs to start playing Cedric.
Me too. Me too. That's the one thing I would fix. Yeah.
Bellerin is just not it, bro. There was so much potential in this kid, and he's more. Do you know what it is? He's more aware, and he's more. No, what's the word? He's more passionate about his fashion than he is about his football.
He truly is. And that's something he's
truly
very
is.
open about.
You cannot deny it. Like, every time he goes to training and every time he goes to a match, you see what he turns up in. Like, he's from the 80s or he's from the 70s or he's from the 60s mixed with 80s. Like,
Which, by the way, nothing wrong with him having a strong interest in fashion. But the thing is,
I'm not even saying that, but
yeah,
for me, it's like your heart is not in the right place.
he's a football player, but he's not a football fan. You know what that means? Because he's not going to watch as much football, there's a bigger chance he's not going to learn. He's not going to improve.
Yeah, football is his job. Fashion's his passion.
Exactly. So he's not going to stay improving.
I didn't even know it.
But okay, speaking of, just finishing up the exit rumors here.
Yeah,
So
sorry, man.
everyone but those two. Mainly like Gabriel Magalhães and Mari are the only, and
I think
Luis
they'll be
as
a good
well.
pairing, man. I think they'll be a very good pairing.
I hope so.
What's your ends? Yeah, do you want to get that?
No, I haven't finished my exits yet because there's rumors about Holding, but I honestly don't see that happening. He's been solid. He doesn't deserve to be rumored out. There's a good chance Chambers will leave. That's what TD says. He just said it there. That Fulham, Leeds, and Newcastle are interested. If it's a loan move to one of those, it could be interesting as well.
By the way, the results just come in. Liverpool has lost 1-0 to Southampton.
Jesus, they're letting United dream, mate. That sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Speaking of United, just
City, yeah, you know the main dons on this show are United fans, innit?
yeah.
Liverpool, why are you doing this? Why you give them more reason to be gassed? Why are you blowing their heads up even more? Why can't you just be a normal team retaining a title? Why do you have to do this? Like I said, it's been a good season. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
No, go ahead. I'm agreeing with you.
Liverpool's disappointing. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, this season, I can't even call it 2020, 2021. This is COVID season. Literally, this is COVID season.
Liverpool, us Arsenal fans, need you to step up, please. Don't let United win the league.
Do you know what it is? We need you to step up because we don't want United to win the league because you understand the way their heads are gonna blow up. Like, do you already know? You took it for 30 years nearly. Do you really want that again? Because I don't.
No. By the way, Flawless, our boss, he predicted a West Brom win in the last game. Just thought I throw that out there. You were wrong, Flawless. Making it perfectly clear. Very wrong there. Okay, let me finish up. Saliba already left on loan. Be happy because a lot of people actually believed he could leave permanently, which would be so sad. But TD always said that was a load of crap. What else? Maitland-Niles is linked to a move, but I don't think that's happening because right now he's our first choice left back if Tierney gets injured. So I think he's going to stay put. You have the Bellerin rumors. Apparently Besiktas, which that's where El Neni was playing last season. Apparently they want him back. And El Neni would be willing to go if they actually paid his salaries because they weren't doing that when he was there. And the numbers being spoken of are 8 million. I don't see this one happening unless we bring in another defensive-minded midfielder. and Torreira comes back.
I was about to say that I'm going to get into these comments quick because they are kind of blowing up.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say as well. I think we can get rid of him. Like, we'll get into it. I was about to say Torreira, we'll get into that. So we got here. Bellerin is not even a footballer. He's a fashion model. Yeah, he only plays because he's Arteta's son, basically. Yeah. Gabriel, Mag, and Martinelli and Mari are close friends and train together. Of course, I am not shocked about that. Bellerin is dog shit. Like what the f? He's stealing a living. He literally is playing Arsenal for dirt.
Yo, she's on point with everything she says, but she has a lot of anger in her heart this morning.
I know why, bro. Listen, when you live here as an Arsenal, you don't understand, bro. Like, you get angry, bro. You're like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I just want to come to the stadium now and rip you apart for you doing that. Like, you don't understand it. Like, it's just there. But yeah, if Torreira comes back this Jan, I'd pair him with Partey. Can see them doing a good. I agree with that. I've always liked Torreira. I don't know why we got rid of him. Like, I'd have rather got rid of Xhaka over Torreira, man. Like, I think Partey. I'm not a Partey fan, so he's still got a lot to prove to me. But
mate, Partey's quality. It's the thing with Torreira.
Oh, is that their next game? Is that the actual Liverpool's next game?
I'm not sure if it's this game or the next one, but they play each other soon, very soon.
I know United's got one game before they play Liverpool. So has Liverpool got another game before them, or have they got a break?
I don't know. I know they're playing each other soon. Yeah, that's something I didn't know of. That's fresh.
After being recalled, that one's.
Yeah, that's because there's a good chance Torreira is going to get recalled. That's why he says that. Because he hasn't been featuring at a
He doesn't really know how to dress. It looks like Stevie Wonder picks out his outfits. That's why I said, do you not understand what I meant? Like, I didn't say he was good a dresser. Yeah, fair enough. He's got his fashion. I don't like his fashion because it looks like he's mixing, like, he's got like a 60s hat on with like a 80s jacket on with like 70s pants and 1920 shoes. Like,
no.
How he finds that fashionable, I have no idea.
He said that he likes fashion, not that he's good at it.
Yeah. I didn't say he likes fashion.
Very different claims.
Very different claims. Shit transfer window, too many average players, questionable manager, and only positives to the kids. I mean, I agree with that. I mean, the manager is still questionable because I've just seen the time, and we want to get into this quickly to get into the transfer ins.
But that should get us excited.
I mean, for me, I want to give him till the end of the season, see where we finish at the end of the season, and then I want to give him that season next to actually determine him as a manager for Arsenal itself. Because if we go down the same route and then we end up coming back at the top, back at the back end of the season and being able just to finish 10th, then he's no good for us. I'll put my hands up. He's no good for us. Like I said, I've never been Arteta. I was never Arteta in from the get-go, but now he's here. I'd rather not be out and just let's see what he does.
No, I'm back in. I'm back in.
Yeah, we should have went for Van der Beek and Ziyech for 70 mil combined instead of splashing out all on Pepe.
Should we really though? Like, what are they doing?
They're not really doing anything. I mean, we see these moments of Van der Beek and Ziyech, but they're not Ziyech has been injured, fair enough, but Van der Beek's just not getting any playing time. So what is he doing in training that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer don't like? There's something he must be doing in training where he's like, nah, I'm going to pick Pogba over you. I'm going to pick McTominay over you. I'm going to pick... Like I said, he was just a panic buy at that time for me.
Yeah, he was. Arsenal fans got to make up their mind because we always complain that we don't spend the money. When you spend the money, sometimes you're going to fuck it up. Every single one of our big rivals has messed it up with big money moves in the past. Every single one of them.
Right now, look at their rut they're in.
Look at Kepa and Havertz. I mean, Havertz is a baller. He's going to come good. But so far, flop.
I know Werner's getting a lot of stick. And he should do right now because he has this big name. But I've always said it. I said it about Ozil. I said it about loads of players that have come into the Premier League. I said you need to give them a full season. Really and truly. If you really want there to see their actual potential in the season, you have to give them a full season. You have to understand, not every player is going to come in like Bruno Fernandes and just instantly impact. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There will be players like that will have an instant impact, but there's gonna be players that you have to give time. I said it about Özil when he first came in. Yeah, everyone was getting on to me. Oh, you bought Özil. He hasn't really done much since you've been. I'm like, bro, I'm not even worried about. I said, worry about him next season, in his second season, once he's had a full grip of a season of what the Premier League's like. Because remember, he's coming from a different club. He's coming from a different league. Yeah. Worry about him the season after. What happened? He got 19 assists that season. Do you know what I'm saying? So
people,
Werner and Havertz, I feel like you just need to give him a full season. I know right now it's jarring for you Chelsea fans, yeah, but you just need to give him. You need to be like, stop being this little babies about it, yeah, because you go on reactions. You're a very reactionary club. I can't even lie. You're a very reactionary club. Like, I don't know if you've noticed that, but they just go, oh, fuck this guy, fuck that guy. But when they're winning, it's like, yeah, he's the best. Like, they're a very reactionary club. You know what I'm saying? But just give them two players in particular time, please.
People in football nowadays, like fans, are way too fast to judge people, judge players, judge teams. Like, people are too reactive. We got to be more patient. These guys just got here. They're young players.
Yeah. Ole don't like flair players. He likes passion merchants like McTominay. I mean, could agree, could disagree. Like, do you think Pepe will ever succeed at Arsenal? I look at him, then I look at Saka and Martinelli. They are both levels above this geezer and all the kids. Like this is where we're getting on about Edu. I don't think we're going to have enough time for these transfer ins. We'll probably leave that for the next one. Oh, well. It's all right.
These what, transfers? No, I can get it in really fast. But this... Yeah, we're just answering to this. Martinelli and Saka are most likely going to be players worth more than the 80 million euros we spent on Pepe.
I don't want to sell them. Even if they are worth, I don't want to sell them.
Yeah.
Keep them. That's been Arsenal's big problem. We get these players and we get them to a point where they're like, we can get this much and that much for them, and we end up selling them. That was our big problem at Arsenal, especially under Wenger. That was our big problem. He'll build a player up to be like a world-class player, and then he'll sell him instead of keeping him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's throwing a couple of the speculations in there already. That's gonna help us out.
On loan alert. Oh man. Go on. Quickly get your things in.
Okay, so I'm only gonna talk about a few. I apologize, TD. I'm not gonna be able to mention all of them. I'm gonna talk about the more likely ones. It seems that we're going after a goalkeeper. There's this Swiss goalkeeper at QPR that we're linked with, Dieng, something like that. If we're bringing in a goalkeeper, it's probably going to be either him or Raya from Brentford, which we heard of before already. The Max Serens and the Lamptey links are really exciting, but that's not going to happen unless Bellerin leaves, for sure. We're linked to two center backs, both Brazilians. One of them is a Fluminense Academy player that's at Roma right now. No,
I'm joking.
That excites the crap out of me, but that's only happening if we get a couple of the players we have out. So I'm not that sure about it. But his name is Roger Ibanez. Look him up. He's solid, but he's also left-footed. The other one is Diego Carlos from Sevilla. Big bloke, good defender.
Do you know what it is? What we need right now is that we don't need, although it would be nice, we don't need a world class. We just need a solid. We just need them solid players right now.
That's it.
We just need to solidify the squad before we can think about, all right, cool, let's go levels up now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
I don't think a center back is coming, but if one is coming, and if it's one of the two, I think Ibanez is more likely because he'd probably cost like 30 million, 20 million less than Diego Carlos would, because Diego Carlos is very established. When you're talking about more of a CDM position, that's one where we could actually see something happening. Torreira might come back.
I mean, all right, if it's going to happen, just bring Torreira back and get a camera.
Yeah, but if it's not him, the most solid links, have been Bissouma and Cuckoo, which both would excite me. But now Cam, there you go. So it's gonna look like a mindfuck for 2 seconds, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna show you guys.
Why should you quickly do that? Because we haven't got a lot of time left. Yeah, this club treat the players like pig feed. them up till they're big in cash and send them away to slaughterhouse, i.e., another club, and then buy an average player and start again. Yeah, it's true. I mean, the way our philosophy, and that was down on Wenger's era. So what happened there, I don't understand. They just became, it was the conkies, isn't it? All they wanted to do is make money. They didn't realize. But do you know what? It's been an hour. Okay. So I don't know.
This is gonna look confusing for 2 seconds, but stay with me.
We're gonna have to wrap up very shortly.
Let me know when because I'm not looking at the screen anymore. Cam?
Yeah.
Cam, mate.
Yeah. Can you see me? Hello?
Cam?
Yeah. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yo.
I can hear you.
I hear you. I wasn't looking at the screen.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, we're gonna have to quickly wrap this up. So we'll quickly do this. So if you can quickly get it up, we'll quickly do this. So
yeah, I'm trying to put the screen here, but it's not letting me share it for some reason. Okay, well, next episode, then I'm gonna
next week, yeah.
But I'm gonna talk about them really briefly. 1 second. I'm gonna talk about them really briefly. We are linked to a bunch of camps, like at least 8 of them. The most solid links seem to be Brent, Buendia from Norwich. Brent is from Leverkusen. Buendia from Norwich, and there's still links to Awar. I don't think they're as solid as the other 2 right now, but there's plenty of them. And next Monday, stick with us, and I'm gonna show you the stats of these players.
100%. But of course, we would like to thank you. Obviously, James didn't come. I don't know what, he probably had a family emergency or something. It's all right. Yeah. Next week, hopefully, you'll be on. Thank you again for watching tonight with me, Cam, yours truly, and Charlie over here. So and let's hope we beat Newcastle and continue this good form. See you next week. See you next Monday, people. This has been a Gunners Talk on Sarcasm City. Keep it going, keep it following, share, and everything. Come on. Let's get this trending for 2021. Let's be the new 2021 trending worldwide. See you later, guys. Have a good one.